Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. I hope I am audible. If any one of you can let me know in the comment section if I am audible to everyone, then that would be great. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Shweta, and welcome to the first masterclass under GenAI Academy. So I believe you already know that GenAI Academy is the first phase of GenAI Exchange program, and this program is specifically designed to upskill the Indian developers in AI through comprehensive learning resources, hands-on projects, and expert guidance. The program has two phases: GenAI Academy, where we offer free of cost AI courses on Google Cloud Scale Boost platform and virtual masterclasses with Google experts. And then post July, there is GenAI Exchange Hackathon, which will go live, where you can build AI solutions and compete for prizes. Okay, so it's only been 3 weeks, and since the program has been launched, and over 180,000 developers have already signed up and initiated their AI learning journey. This overwhelming response from the Indian developer community is truly inspiring and speaks volumes about their eagerness to dive into the world of generative AI. So, if you have not started yet completing your courses and everything, then I would strongly suggest that you begin today. So, under GenAI Academy specifically, you get access to 5 AI courses on Skill Boost platform. So, otherwise, while you are required to buy some credits to access these courses, but under this program, you get these credits for free after signing up and submitting your correct and public link of Skill Boost profile, which after which you can easily access the courses. Now, for some of the profiles, we have been getting private links, so make sure that you go to the settings and make sure that the link that you are submitting is public only. Otherwise, we will not be able to access it and we won't be able to share the credits to you under this program. Now, what's in it for you? On completing each of the course, you will earn a skill badge, which again you can add to your resume, to your portfolio to validate your learnings. Now, as I mentioned, there are 5 AI courses, and on completing all 5 of them, you will gain a Google Cloud GenAI Academy certificate. Apart from that, we are also maintaining a leaderboard, and people who are at the top of it, for example, top 10, top 20, top 50, top 100, they will earn some extra rewards and benefits, which includes tickets and invites to certain Google developer events, Google merchandise, and so much more. Apart from that, you will get to learn from the best in the industry. We have Google experts for you who can join virtually and take masterclasses. We also have some offline engagement about which we will be sharing more in the coming months. Now, to get on the top of leaderboard, how points are distributed is for every action item that you perform. For example, let's say you have completed one of the courses, so you will gain 100 points. Let's say you have attended a live masterclass just like this one, you will gain 20 points. If you are viewing the recorded masterclasses, then you will gain 10 points. Similarly, if you are posting on LinkedIn, then 10. And if you're posting a blog on Medium on what you have learned, maybe sharing your journey, maybe motivating other developers to join this program, then you will gain 30 points. And this is how the scores on the leaderboard are added, and you can perform these action items in any chronology. It's not important to go through like how we have mentioned here, but as in when you complete each of the action items, the scores get accumulated, and if you maintain the top position, then you will gain certain rewards that what I mentioned before. Now I'll quickly show the program dashboard as well, so that you know which things goes where. So as and when you register, I believe this is the dashboard where all of us lands on. All of the action items after I have registered are mentioned here in this module, which says what to do next. Now, if I want to submit my skill boost public profile, then this is where I need to go. These are the steps on how to create a profile. If I have not have created already, I only have to enter my email, my profile link, and click on submit. Similarly, as and when I complete the courses which are mentioned here, I can just open this form, um, enter my email ID and the skill badge link that I have got after completing each of the courses. So this module contains the skill boost profile submission as well as each of the skill badge course submission. Now, if you want to post on social media, then for social media links, this is where you can post the links. Under the interaction section, you can get access to all the master classes and workshops that have been happening virtually. And under resources section, you will get all of the guides and video guides, documentation, which talks about how to create a profile, how to claim credits and everything. Now let me get back to my slides. Okay, so that's all that I had for you. Now I would like to invite Harsh. He is the program manager at Google to begin today's masterclass on prompt design in Vertex AI. Let me add into the screen. Hello Harsh, can you hear us?
Yes, yes. Am
Hi.
I audible?
Well, yes, you're audible.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I see around 850 folks online, which is good. Learning something on an weekday evening shows all your excitement. So thanks for joining today. Hi, I am Harsh. I work as program manager over here at Developer Relations team. And today we are going to talk about Vertex AI. So I just want to quickly show you something. Before we begin, I just want to introduce you to Vertex AI. Give me a second. I'll share my screen. Yes. I hope the slides and everything is visible. All good? Yes. Please write yes, no. Okay. I see few messages. Okay. So now Vertex AI is an end-to-end AI and ML platform on Google Cloud, which offers you generative AI capabilities by Google. It's backed by Gemini models. So Vertex AI offers you three main important things, which is Vertex AI Studio. We are going to learn prompt engineering, and we'll be using Skill Boost to learn Vertex prompt engineering in Vertex AI Studio. It also offers model garden as well, where you can find generative and predictive AI models not only from Google but from partners and open source ecosystem as well. Also in Vertex AI, you can customize customize your models. You can train it. You can create prediction pipelines as well. And also, most of you have tried Jupyter notebooks as well, right? So I believe most of you have already tried maybe to run a small Python code or maybe to explore how Python works or how Notebook works. You must have explored Jupyter Notebook as well. So Vertex AI offers the enterprise edition for that as well. And along with that, it offers vector search for embeddings. Let's say if you want to implement generative AI search engine in your website, then it's also possible to build using Vertex AI. So you can also build agents as well. You can also create few prompts. There is image generation as well, video generation as well. Also, you can use Gemini Vertex AI APIs to integrate in your existing application as well. So I believe this is helpful. Like this is all introduction about Vertex AI. So as I told, like Vertex AI offers all this type of things can be divided in three different modes: no code, low code, and full code tooling options. So with Vertex AI, you can use APIs of foundation models. As I told, like you can use Gemini APIs as well. And then there is model garden. From there, you can access Google and partners and open source model, their APIs as well, right? Second, you can customize with low code. You can customize or you can train your model as well, right? And then if you want, you can build few. If you want, you can build AI agents as well. So all these things you'll learn in this Gen AI Academy. So today things might look difficult when we talk about AI agent or customization and all these things. But if you start your journey today, let's just start with prompt engineering, and over the time we can learn more generative AI applications and eventually achieve our goal to build agents using Vertex AI, right? So how many of you are ready to start? Just do thumbs up, right? Yes or no. How many of you are ready? I see few yes. Nice. That means you are all following this. Okay. So what we are going to do is let's get started. So I assume all of you have signed up for Skill Boost and are already ready with our today's lab. Everything is shared on the email as well. So let's begin with our session today. So if you see, this is what we are going to learn today is prompt design in Vertex AI. And I believe all of you have access to this. Yes, yes. Let's wait. Let's wait for a minute. I want you to open this lab in your laptop. Just open it. Let's wait for a minute for everyone to open this. It's completely free of cost. This labs is completely free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to use your credit card to access Google Cloud account. You will get temporary ID password when you sign up for this. So let's see how this works is. So this is a course which says prompt design in Vertex AI. Now, since I gave you an introduction about Vertex AI, Vertex AI is a tool in Google Cloud. I'll again repeat, Vertex AI is a tool in Google Cloud in which you can build, using which you can build your AI applications, right? And then there is Vertex AI Studio, where you can write your prompts, and based on the model which you have selected, you will get response as well. So let's assume if you are building some travel related application, or let's assume if you are building some food related application and want to build a AI enabled bot which can interact with users, right? Which can interact with users. So how you can do is you can use the APIs. Sorry, you can come to Vertex AI Studio, try few prompts, use system instructions, use temperatures. This terminology may seem new to you, but once you complete this entire course, you can be a very good prompt designer. You will be learning very good prompt engineering in this course, right? So this course contains 4 labs. If you see on the left hand side, there are 4 labs: generative AI with Vertex AI prompt design. Second lab is getting started with Vertex AI Studio. As I told, like there are 3 parts, but I'll again repeat so that you're able to understand. Vertex AI Studio, Model Garden, right? Enterprise Colab is there, right? Agent Builder is there. So this there are 4 labs. One is generative AI with generative AI with Vertex AI prompt design is a one lab. Second is getting started with Vertex AI Studio. Third is getting started with Gemini API in Vertex AI Studio. So Gemini is Google's own model which can be used in Vertex AI, which can be used to build all the conversational applications, generative AI applications that you'll be building in this exercise, right? And then there is one challenge as well, prompt design in Vertex AI. There is one challenge as well which you can solve. So by completing all these labs, you will earn a skill badge, which will be issued on your skill boost profile, and which can be uh, you can post it on your social media, LinkedIn as well, uh, which shows your capabilities in writing better prompts as well, right? You can publish your skill badge. You can share it with your friends, faculties, colleagues as well, right? So I assume you all are on this page. Let's start. On the left hand side, there's one option, generative AI with Vertex AI prompt design, right? Just click over there. You'll see a lab open right now, which says prompt design lab. So if you see, this lab contains 4 steps. On the right hand side, I'll show you the structure of this is. On the left hand side, you see how many courses are there. If you click on any one of this, let's click on first one, generative AI with Vertex AI prompt design. If you click over there, there is four things, 4 steps mentioned over there, sorry, 5 steps. So on the right hand side, there are all steps mentioned that you need to perform in order to complete this lab, right? And to complete this lab, you need a Google Cloud account, which you will get it after you click Get Started. So before, don't click Get Start now. I'll show you first how this lab looks like. Then you can click over there and start your development learning journey. So let's first go through it. Spend 2-3 minutes. Let's just read overview. So in overview, there's mentioned Gemini. As I told, Gemini is a family of generative AI models developed by Google, right, with the multi-model capabilities to generate text, code, images, audio, and video, right? And there are various types of Gemini models. Gemini Pro, which is designed for complex reasoning, and there is Gemini Flash, which is designed for optimized for speed and efficiency. So if you want something where you need to analyze complex code, where you need to analyze complex text or images, generate images, Gemini Pro is your solution. If you want something with a low cost and a efficient data efficiency and speed, something which generates text as at speed, Gemini Flash is your go-to solution, right? So now, for prerequisite of this lab, if you scroll down, for prerequisite of this lab, we need we need you to have some basic Python programming knowledge. Basic is fine, even if you are not pro with Python, that's fine. But if you should be able to understand a piece of code, and if needed, you should be able to write basic Python code as well. Right. Second, in this lab, we'll be going to use APIs, Gemini APIs as well. So we need you to we need you to have basic understanding of API concepts, how API works, right? How you can connect to those APIs, how you can access those APIs, what a private key, oh, sorry, what is a secret key in those APIs, right? So just basic knowledge of API concepts is helpful. Second, a prerequisite of how you can run Python code in Jupyter Notebook, right? Even if you don't know this, no problem. We will cover this. This lab covers everything in detail. So are you all following me? Please write yes or no. Are you all following me? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Then I see few yeses. Okay, very good. Okay. So now what we are going to do is what you need to do is click on Start Lab. And once you click on Start Lab, your 45 minutes timer will begin. Don't do it now. I'll just show you, and then we'll do it parallelly. Now in this lab, what we are going to do is we are going to learn how we can write better prompts, right? How we can write prompts to generate ideas, how we can write prompts to do basic Q&A, how we can write prompts to text extract or text summarization as well, right? So once you click on Start Lab, your all timer will begin, and then you have to follow all the steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And in the beginning, sorry, in the end, once your all the things are completed, can you see this? If you scroll in this lab, there are few checkpoints. See, checkpoints are like this. Step 1 is open your workbench notebook, and it's mentioned over there on Google Cloud Console. Click on the navigation menu, click Vertex AI and Workbench. So you need to follow all the steps mentioned over here. Once you follow the steps, you'll see your progress over here. After you have completed step 1 and 2, you'll see your progress over here. This will get checked. Then step 3 as well, step 4 as well. So like that, you need to complete all 5 steps, and in the end, your this lab will be marked as completed, right? And as you know, in GenAI Academy, there are points for all this exercise. So you need to complete this entire course. So let's move. If you move to the second piece, second course on the left hand side, if you click over there, it says get started with Vertex AI Studio, right? So this is Vertex AI Studio lab, and over here, same thing. You can read the overview. Overview says Vertex AI lets you quickly test and customize your generative AI models. There are a few objectives of this lab, and then Again, same as the old lab, you will get a temporary username and password. You can, and how you can analyze images using Gemini in Vertex AI. Just follow the steps. And over here, there are checkpoints as well for after each task. There are checkpoints. Once you do all the checkpoints, your lab will be counted as completed. So that's about second lab. Third lab is about how you can use Gemini API in Vertex AI, right? So as I told, same thing is repeated over here as well for your knowledge. What are Gemini APIs? How many types of models are there? If you want to integrate Gemini 2.0 Flash in your existing application, in your Python application, how you can integrate that is being taught in this lab. So you need to complete all the steps. And last is a challenge lab where you will be given a challenge and you have to perform a lab as per the scenario mentioned over here, right? So there's a scenario given over here. You need to build a Gemini image analysis tool. It's very easy. If you complete all these three labs, you will be able to. If you complete all these three labs, you will be able to easily complete the challenge lab as well, right? So am I audible? All good? Yes, all good. Yes, am I audible? Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's come to our first lab and we will click on get started over here. When you click on start lab, come to our first lab on the left hand side, click on click over here, start lab. And as you see, you'll get a temporary username password. You'll see temporary username password, which can be used to perform this lab as well. So I want all of you to start your lab and let's start performing the exercise. Right. So let's start performing the exercise. Once you click on start lab, you will get temporary username password. Use the temporary username password to log in. Use incognito mode. Use the temporary username password to log into Google Cloud account. So it's recommend to use incognito mode, right? So it becomes easy. Now, once you open Google Cloud using incognito, you'll see a project like this. You'll see a page like this. Are you all on the same page? Yes. Once you click on Open Cloud Console, there's an option. There's an option over here, Open Cloud Console. Right. All of you, have you all clicked on Start Lab? Yes. Once you click on Start Lab, there is an option called Open Google Cloud Console. Just click on it, and you will see a pop-up which says use private browsing mode to run this lab, right? And on this, you can just right click and click open link in incognito mode. Once you open the link, it will ask you to log in with your ID password, and you should be able to see a cloud console similar to me, right? So this is my cloud console. Are you all on this page? Yes. Let's wait for a minute. If lab is free, so you should not be any issue. Lab is free, you don't need to pay it. But only thing is, it may take few minutes to provision the resources. Just wait. Let's wait for 2 minutes for resources to be provisioned. Let's wait. It should take 1 or 2 minutes. After that, you will see uh, ID password, temporary ID password like this. It will be you don't need to use your Gmail ID to access Google Cloud. You will get a temporary ID password. So it should take couple of minutes. So let's wait. And there are few people who are constantly sending some messages I'm unable to access. Please write to support at to skill support if you face any challenges. Spamming here may not help. Let's keep a good learning experience for everyone. Yes, there are few questions. Will I be able to do labs later? Yes, you will be able to do it. But once you start the lab, you have 45 minutes to complete it. You can do it later on as well, but after you start, you need to complete it in 45 minutes. People asking if I've already done this already. You don't know, you don't need to redo it. But if you have already done after joining GenAI Academy, you may not need to redo this. Right. For a few people, it's showing 2 minutes. Let's wait for 1 minute. Majority, are you done? Are you done? Just write done, done, so that I'll know majority of you got the temporary username password. Just write done once you get the temporary username password. Once I see majority of you getting it, we'll move to the next step. Okay. Okay, sir, can you repeat the process? Okay, I'll once again repeat the process. So on the left-hand side, you will see all the four courses. Click on the first lab over here, first lab from this four. And once you open it, you will see an option called green. You will see a green button called Start Lab. And once you click on that, the skill boost will provision the resources, and you can use those temporary username password to log into your cloud console and perform all these things, right? And just very important caution is when you are in cloud console, don't deviate from lab instructions, because if you deviate from lab instructions, your account may be blocked and then you won't be able to participate further in GenAI Academy. So only follow the steps mentioned in this code, in this lab, right? So if you see here, there are steps, all the steps mentioned. So let's start performing for those who have already provisioned, who already got their temporary username and password. I suggest let's start performing those labs, right? Let's start performing those labs. And once you log into your cloud console, your system, your page should look exactly similar like this, right? Your page will look like this. And over here, what first step is, if you read through this, the first step is click on the navigation menu, click Vertex AI, and then go to Workbench. So I'm going to do the same so that you all know. Click on the navigation menu over here, Vertex AI. If you see Vertex AI on the left-hand side, the first step, if you follow the first step, are you all on this page? Yes, I assume majority of you are, right? So on the left-hand side, there's an option called Vertex AI. If you see, there's a left-hand side, there's an option called Vertex AI. In that, you need to click on Workbench. Just click over there, click on Workbench. Yes, click on the Workbench and you'll see your instance already being provisioned, which says Vertex AI Jupyter Lab. Your instance is already been provisioned, right? And it got created April 24. Mine got created on April 22, 4:05 p.m. So instance is already provisioned over here. And now we can start performing the lab. If you are if you don't see an option to open in incognito, just open Cloud Console, just search Google Cloud Console, log in with temporary username password, right? There is no option. People are saying there is no option to open window in incognito. If there is no option, I know you all know how to open incognito modes. So just open incognito modes and visit Google Cloud Console, log in with your temporary username password. right? And once you open it, you just go to Vertex AI. On the left hand side, you will see a Vertex AI option. I'll again show you. On the left hand side, there is Vertex AI option. From Vertex AI, go to Workbench. And once you open the Workbench, you will see your instance already created. Are you all following the steps? If you have joined late, you can watch this video later on. If you are confused how to start the lab, you can watch this live stream video later on as well. Right. And now next step is mentioned over here is open the into intro underscore prompt underscore design file. Right. So let's open it in Jupyter Notebook. This next step is click over here. See, second step is click over here, open Jupyter Notebook. And once you click over there, it will open a Jupyter Notebook with intro underscore prompt underscore design file. Right. So if you are on this notebook, if you few of you might be running behind, no problem at all. You just watch this video again as well. You can redo this lab. You can watch this video again, start your lab again after some time, redo it. You can stop your lab, again do it. You can perform it if, till you get confidence and learn the skill as well. So you can do it as well. No problem. So once you are in this page, right, this is a Jupyter lab page. Right. Once you are over here on the left hand side, there is an option called intro underscore prompt underscore design. So click over here. I'm just following the steps mentioned here. So if you see, I'm just following the steps mentioned over here. Click on open Jupyter lab, which we did, then open this file, select kernel dialog, choose Python 3 and import libraries, right? So I'm just doing what is mentioned in this labs. So second step, if you see in task 2, select kernel dialog, choose Python 3, which I've already done, and run through the get started and import libraries section. Right, I'm selecting Python 3, select, right, and now it will install all the dependencies. On the bottom of the screen, you will show it's getting connected, right, and then we need to follow all the steps mentioned over here. Right. So first is we need to install the dependencies. Let's run this code. Are you all following the steps? Are you all following the steps? If I'll again show you the screen, the step 1 is open Jupyter Notebook. Step 2 is open intro underscore prompt. Let's wait 2 minutes for majority of you to complete this. Let's wait 2 minutes. Few people are saying, is it necessary to join this live with section on the website? You can watch this video on YouTube as well. So follow all the steps mentioned over here. You can follow steps one by one. Once you do it, once you follow complete all the steps, you can click on check my progress. And for each step, if your step is completed, see if mine is not completed, it's showing please run the cells to import libraries. If your all the steps are completed, it will show you a checkbox that steps are completed. I assume you all are following this. Yes. So once you are on this page, it will once you click on run open Jupyter notebook, you'll come on this Vertex AI Jupyter lab. Over here, follow the steps one by one. First step is to install the libraries. Right. First step is to install the libraries. When you click on this code, it will install the runtime. It will install the libraries for you. To run this, just restart your kernel once. Once you restart your kernel, you should be able to perform the next steps. Now, now you need to see first line is we are installing Google Gen AI libraries. And then second step is we are going to use Python to do the prompt engineering over here. We need to mention our project ID as well. We need to mention our Google Cloud project. Google Cloud project is already mentioned. Then we are going to use Gemini 2.0 Flash as the libraries, and few basic prompt engineering tricks are given over here. So I believe all of you are just following the steps. Just follow the steps mentioned over here in this lab. It's very easy. Once you are done with all the 5 steps, right, you'll get a congratulation message which says your first lab is completed. There's few questions. There's one question which says this was meant for non-developer profiles as well. Yes, you can. It just requirement is basic of Python understanding. If you have very basic Python programming understanding, you can easily do. You don't need to be a pro developer. How many of you completed more than 2 steps? Just write completed 2 steps. Second step, first step is to install the pip libraries, and second step is you need to run few prompts, which I mentioned over there. You need to run few prompts mentioned in the lab. So how many of you completed 2 steps? Nice. I see few folks already completed, and few of you are very fast to completed the lab as well. I completed this lab. Nice. Nice. Instructions are very easy. Is it necessary to watch the live stream, or you can do it on your own? You don't need instructions are very easy. You don't need to watch the live stream. You can complete all the 4 labs in your at your speed. But do ensure you complete it in 45 minutes. How many have completed step 3 till step number 3, which says prompt engineering best practices, task 3? How many of you completed 3 tasks? I see few people mentioning completed all. How many of you completed 3 tasks? If you are getting an error, kernel is going to restart. Please wait, just refresh it, reconnect it to the Jupyter notebook. It should work. Right. So there's one question where to install those libraries. It will be installed in your Jupyter notebook. For any queries related to class point, you can please check with Hack to Skill support. So there's one question, just show step 3. This is the step 3 where you need to, first step is to install the pip libraries. Second step is to connect using Gemini. I mentioned your project ID over there. And third step is to run those Python codes with the exact prompt engineering thing. So if you see, first step is to install Google AI SDK. Second step is we need to mention the project ID as well. And third step is the prompts that we are going to do. This is the third step. Right? How many of you completed all 4 steps? How many of you completed all 4 steps? Nice. I see few people completing. If you're there, have any queries, there are so many messages. It's difficult to read the queries. Please publish it in a form mentioned over there. Right. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Majority of you already completed it. Nice. Nice. So now I'll show you how the second lab, how you can access the second lab. On the left-hand side, there's an option to get started with Vertex AI Studio. So what you have learned is you learned prompt designing using Jupyter Notebook. Now, now in the second lab, you can learn how to use Vertex AI Studio. So this lab is for 1 hour, right? And today we completed this lab 1. Majority of you already completed. If you have not completed, please spend some time to complete it. If you face any challenge, you can end this lab. Yes, you can end this lab and then you can restart it, but then you have to do it from the beginning, right? So if you've already completed, you can end this lab, and if you want, you can restart it. Just click on Start Lab. It will again provision you the temporary username password, right? And then you can log in and perform the steps in Vertex AI and also in Jupyter Notebook. So second lab is get started with Vertex AI Studio. So Vertex AI Studio is where you can write all your prompts. You can generate. Vertex AI Studio is where you can do all the prompt engineering thing. You can do your prompt management as well. You can generate the speech. You can do translation. So everything is accessible via Vertex AI Studio. So if you click it on now, you need to complete it in within 1 hour. So I just want you to just pay attention to this walkthrough I'm giving. And once you are ready, you can click on Start Lab, and then you have 1 hour to perform it. Right. So Vertex AI Studio is again, it's very easy. It will show you, teach you multi-model capabilities of Gemini using Vertex AI. Then third lab is getting started with Gemini API. If you want to integrate Gemini API in your application, how you can do is what you can learn in this third lab as well. So again, you just click on Start Lab. You'll see your temporary username and password. Just use it to log into the Cloud Console with temporary username password, perform all the steps. And similarly, you need to complete all these 4 labs, right? So once you perform all these 4 labs, your course on prompt design in Vertex AI is completed. It says if we can't complete in 45 minutes, don't we get credits? You can redo it if you are not able to complete in 45 minutes. You can again start your lab, but just ensure all the steps are completed within 45 minutes after you start it. You can perform this lab more than once as well, but whenever you start, you have the exact time mentioned over there to complete the lab. Can we perform on collab? No, no. You just go through the steps. Don't deviate from the steps. If you deviate from the steps, your account may get blocked. How long kernel takes to restart? It should restart within 1 minute or two. If you are not facing an error, just refresh your session. How many of you completed this lab? Lab one. Just write, mention me completed, completed. Sir, I got late in this master class. Will I get credits? There's few credits related questions are there. See, there's a form mentioned over there. You submit your form if there are any credit related questions. I see majority of you are saying completed. That's very good to know. Nice. If there are any queries, questions related to Vertex AI, all this, please write in the chat box. I'll take those queries. We are towards the end of today's masterclass. I hope this was helpful to begin your skill boost journey and learn prompt engineering in Vertex AI. If there are any point related queries, please use the support form mentioned over there. If you are stuck in kernel getting restart, just refresh your session.
Hi.
There's one query. There's one query is which says I'm not able to save my work. Yes, you won't be able to save. Once your lab is completed, all your project created in temporary account will be destroyed.
Great. So, are we done, or do we have any more queries left regarding the masterclass only? If you have any concerns around how are credits distributed, how will you gain points and everything, you can reach out to us on support. I'll quickly drop in the email ID here. And if you have any questions related to the labs that was shown today, you can ask. Harsh, I think that's all. Most of the queries are around the credits and other things. I can
Yes,
take.
there are few queries around kernel restart. So I just want to tell them just refresh your session. You will be able to restart your kernel. With this, I'm done with the session. Thank you all. If there are still any queries, anything, do reach out to us. We'll try to solve your queries. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining. Great. So I believe some of you are confused around what are credits and what are points under this program. So when I say credits, what we mean is that you need certain credits to access the courses on Skill Boost platform, for which you need to submit your Skill Boost profile link. And when we say points, it means that each of the action item that you perform here as a part of this program, for example, watching a masterclass live, completing the courses, posting on social media, for that you get certain points which will be shown at a different leaderboard. The leaderboard will go live this week, and I can show you how it looks like. One second, I'll just present my screen. I hope it is visible. Yes. So here in the program dashboard on the right hand side, if you check, there is a breakout zone. Here at the end, you can find leaderboard. So once you click on leaderboard, this is how it will show. Currently, it is not updated. It will get we'll update it starting by end of this week or next week. Here you will get the points that are accumulated on completing each and every action item that is there. The credits that we have been giving is for accessing the courses on Skill Boost platform. Now, for those of you who are not able to claim the 100 credits through the unique campaign code that you must have received, you can write to us over GenAI Exchange support @hacktoskill.com. I'll drop in the email ID again. You can also reach out to us on Discord if you have already joined. And for those who have received the 35 credits only, to them we will reach out to you with the 100 credits link next week. But meanwhile, the initial two courses, the one that we covered today, which was prompt design in Vertex AI, and another course around building real world applications, these two courses do not require any credit, so you can still continue completing those. For people who are asking for other labs, so these master classes are scheduled every week. Today we had completed the first course. For the rest of the four courses, we'll have these master classes in the upcoming weeks. So you can join then and take a walkthrough on the entire course which are there. Okay, how can I get out of live masterclass? It's very easy. You can close the dashboard. Again, for all of you who have still not received the credits, it takes 8 to 10 business days for us to submit your credits. Once you have submitted the link to us, it gets verified first, and there is an entire process. So if you have submitted the profiling, that is great, but please wait for 8 to 10 days before we provide you the credits. Meanwhile, you can start with the two courses that are free of cost. I am just dropping in the name of the courses in the chat section. Applications using Imagine. Okay. So if you have not received the credits yet, you can complete these two courses, which I have dropped in the comment section. Now, for master classes and for each action item that you are performing, you will receive the certain points. The only way to check that whether you have received the points or not is through the leaderboard that I'm showing on the screen. This will get updated. And from here, you can cross check the points that you have got for each of the thing that you have performed. There is no form to submit the attendance. We will track it from our end. Thank you. Yes, we have more master classes on the rest of the rest of the four courses, which will be happening in the coming weeks. If we by mistake resubmit the same details, yes, it will take the extra time to receive credits. There is no conflict with this program if you're part of any other program like Arcade Facilitator or Innovators or anything else. You can still join it and complete the courses. Okay, I believe that's all. Great. Thank you so much for joining us. If you still have any queries left, please reach out to us over support or join our Discord channel. I'll quickly drop in the link for Discord channel as well. And we will get back to you. Okay. Thank you so much.